Hello and welcome back to So Beauty Stuff. So it's been a really long time since I've recorded a video and quite a bit has happened. So you may notice I'm in a different setting to my usual videos, and that is because I have moved house. I actually moved house in November, end of November, and it's now February. So that's how long it's been since I've made a video. I feel really out of practice. So obviously over that time has been Christmas and New Year's. So a lot of people have their summer holidays, and I had mine. I had my sister and her husband come and visit us here in New Zealand from England, which is amazing. I've also been kept very busy with my course, my makeup course. I will do an update on that very soon because I've had a couple of people message me and asking me for an update on how the course is going. So I've been back at work, back at my course. I wanted to ease myself back in. So here I am whipping out the camera and trying to bring you another video. So I'll just jump straight into what this video is about. So I've been sent some products from TVSN. So that's an Australian New Zealand broadcasting network. It's a television shopping channel, and they do a whole range of products just completely across the spectrum, but obviously I'm interested in their beauty products. They reached out to me and asked me if I would like to try some of their beauty products, and if I did, was there anything in particular I was keen to try. I said I'd be really keen to try some brushes. I love brushes. Brushes are kind of my favorite beauty product. Obviously loving the makeup itself, but brushes I could keep buying forever. And they delivered the goods. Yesterday I received a package with 2 brush sets from Pur. That's P-U-R, I might be saying that wrong. Here are the 2 sets. So we have here a 5-piece limited edition cruelty-free skin perfecting brush set. These are those kind of oval brushes that look a little bit like giant toothbrushes. Once before I've tried oval brushes, and they were unbranded, quite basic. These ones look a little bit nicer. They have a really nice black handle and a sort of rose gold head. So I'll whip those out and give those a try in a moment. The other brushes, well, I don't even know if you can call them brushes really. This is a 4-piece silicone applicator tool set. I've not seen anything like this before. It's kind of an amalgamation of oval brushes and silicone sponges. So when the whole silicone brush craze came out, I tried silicone sort of like teardrops. So it wasn't quite a sponge, it was like a teardrop. I don't have those anymore because I really didn't like them. So very interested to see how these look. It may not pick up on camera while they're in the packet, but the sponge surface has these sort of ridges in there that almost look like fingerprints. So both of these products are cruelty-free. Both of them are vegan friendly. And the silicone ones say they are latex-free and hygienic. I'm going to try both of these out today. Obviously you can get them from TVSN. 5-piece, they're called a spoon brush set on the invoice. They are $19.50. And I believe that it's Australian dollars. Then we have the Pillow Blend Applicator Collection, and they are $12.97 Australian dollars. That's what it says on my invoice here. I was gifted these, so I didn't actually pay for them, so I can't guarantee that is the price that you will pay, but I'm guessing that is the price as it is on the invoice. So they feel quite nicely made, quite strong. There is a bit of flex in the handle. Texture-wise, it does have, I can feel the ridges on there very, very gently. There is some cute little glitter in that pink silicone sponge. I quite like the idea of having them on an applicator rather than just holding it, because they're kind of awkward to hold, and then you kind of have to bend it. I don't know, at least with this you can kind of smooth it on or pat it on, dab it on. And then I'm gonna open up these. They're called the Party Essentials brushes, these spoon brushes. Handles feel nice. I'm not sure how strong they are. There was a slight sort of like creak when I went to bend this. Here's the set. Just in case you were wondering, I feel like my bare face is definitely not at its best at the moment. I've got a couple of pimples here because I've been smothering my face in sunscreen. And I also have some bruises on my chin from a sea biscuit. A lot of fun, worth it. I'm gonna start by putting Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector on my face. So it says, apply a drop of desired product onto the Pillow Blend Applicator. Okay, so there's our drop. Let's give it a go. I feel like if I was applying a foundation, this would be really full coverage. I mean, you're definitely not getting any waste because you haven't got any bristles soaking in the product. It does feel really, really nice, I must admit. And it's sort of warming to my skin temperature. It's like a giant fingertip smoothing my skin. And it actually sort of flexes into the contours. I think maybe what would be fair for me to do is to do half of my face of foundation with one of these and half with one of these. Okay, so I'm mixing a couple of different foundations together because I am a little bit darker than usual because I've been in the sun. I'm using my L'Oreal Pro Glow Infallible. And this little Dior Backstage sample I got from Sephora. I'm just going to apply it straight to my skin and then try blending them in. Let's do the sponge on this side. Actually, the sort of tapping isn't bad. It's a weird sound, but smoothing it out does seem to just sort of literally move it around my face. Okay, it makes it quite a bit more full coverage. It looks almost a little bit cakey on my forehead. I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks good though. And I've just really messily used a tissue to wipe off the excess. There's not much there. Now for the big sponge. Okay, that was definitely quicker and easier because it's a little bit more what I'm used to. I'm noticing it also mattifies it a little bit more, but very, very soft and very, very nice on the skin. Okay, so yeah, I definitely think I'm getting slightly more coverage with the sponge side because the silicone sponge side, because it's not lifting any product off the skin. Everything is still left on my face. And it's also leaving a little bit more of the shine, but nothing drastic. But now I'm just gonna chuck on my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So we're gonna go under the eyes, but also on the lid, around the nose, on these spots, and on my bruise. So I'll start with the smallest silicone one. This is when you know you're using way too much concealer, when it smudges this far. Okay, I've got way too much concealer on my face, which is great because it means that you're not wasting any product with this sponge. I'm gonna take the large one again and just help blend that in. You do have to be careful with this one to not let the frame scrape your skin. I'm noticing at the wrong angle I'm sort of catching it and then it's rubbing off the makeup. I just think there's too much. So now I'm taking the slightly smaller one of these. I think this is supposed to be the contour one, but hey. I mean, instantly I'm finding that easier, but that is because it's a brush and it's what I'm used to. Again, since I can't use a silicone thingy for powder, I'm not going to use either of them for powder, and I'm only going to set around my eyes. Okay, for contour, I'm going to put on a contour stick. This is my Collection Cosmetics, because I want to use something kind of liquidy just to be able to compare. Okay, I'm going to use the second smallest silicone-y. I'm struggling to find my words today. So I'm kind of using a bit of a dabbing motion. That worked really, really well with the cream contour. So I'm going to use the same brush I used for my concealer, just because this is supposed to be the contour brush. Oh yeah, almost forgot my jawline. I think both sides have done a great job of blending. I think the colour is showing a little bit more on this side. For highlight, I'm going to use my Pur Cosmetics Enlightened Lit From Within Illuminating Balm. This is my favourite liquid highlighter. Again, using the smallest one from the silicone set. I'm just kind of applying some product on there. I feel like just so much is coming out. I do feel that potentially a lot of that was swallowed up by the brush, so I was trying to pick it up on my hand. Potentially I would need to apply it to my cheek and then blend it with the brush. Okay, so for blush, I'm actually going to use a lipstick. I do this quite a lot in the summer, just to get a nice natural blush liquid kind of finish, so without having to put powder on. So I'm just going to put some lipstick on the back of my hand. Oh my gosh, you really don't need much with this. Oh my. I look like a clown. I'm now using a bigger one with just no product on it. Oh my gosh, way too much. I have no choice but to try and pick some of this up with my hand. So this is the hard thing. Normally I would go back over with my foundation brush, but there is nothing on this sponge. It's just blending in what's on the skin. So there's that. Same thing on the other side with the brush. It's a bit more the sort of finish I was after, to be honest. And just going over with the clean big brush to kind of help blend that in. I think really I'm gonna have to stop there with the silicone. I can't really do eye makeup with these. That's not their intention. I'm not going to continue comparing the two when it comes to eyes, but I do have these two guys, which I'm actually going to try and use this for eyebrows and this for eyeshadow. So I'm going to use my Naked Heat palette and shadow brush, as it's aptly named. A little bit of product. I mean, in fairness, this is the first powder product I've used with these. It's a really weird angle, and it's not the brush shape I would use for eyes, but that certainly doesn't mean it's not working. It just means I'm not used to it. I might actually go in with the slightly larger one, just to kind of get an all over the lid colour. Yeah, that's nice. It's a nice even colour, it blends really well. And I'm just going to go in with a smaller brush to kind of work in a crease and outer corner. I'm not going to lie, it's not easy to work with for an eye brush. I'm not a fan. I'm going to try this once more. I'm going to put it under the eyes to get sort of a bit of shadow under there. So you might have a slight sort of tip to it, but otherwise it's not particularly precise. I mean, it's not terrible. I don't hate it. I'm literally gonna leave it there for the eyes because I was not expecting anything spectacular from these brushes for the eyes. I think for a simple look like this, it's an okay look, particularly if you use the slightly bigger one to blend it through. Now I'm going to use this liner brush for my eyebrows. So I'm just using some Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade, Dip Brow. I'm not sure how much precision I'm going to get with this, but let's give it a go. I mean, not able to get the sort of precise hair strokes you would with an eyebrow brush, but it is blending nicely. It's a little messy, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so if you like precise brows, this is absolutely not gonna be the brush for you. If you don't mind somewhat messy, bushy brows, maybe. I mean, it doesn't say it's for brows. That was an experiment. It didn't go well. I think we'll just put that one down to experience. So I'm just gonna chuck this same lipstick on my lips. Great thing about wearing lipstick on your cheeks, you can always have a matching lip color. By the way, this is the Sigma in Spades Power Stick. Oh, I did almost just topple my camera over. Just chuck some lashes on. Here's my conclusion. Can you get a completed finished look using these brushes? Absolutely. Are they the only brushes you need? No. You're definitely gonna want something different for your brows and probably for your eyes. But otherwise, for a base, for moisturizers, primers, foundations, liquid face products, great. On both sides, great. Very different application and very different finish. The oval brushes, really soft, really easy to blend, really nice with cream products. With powder, I found on the eyeshadow it worked. I didn't use powder the rest of my face, but I think really their forte is liquid. Liquid and cream. I think they work really well with that because they're so dense. The silicones, obviously these are for only liquids and creams. I don't think you'd get very far at all with powders with these. It would just smush them. It would be like a finger swatch. They don't pick up any excess product from your skin, so go in light. Use less product than you would normally with brushes or with a beauty sponge because this is literally just going to be blending into your face. Wildly better experience than I've had with using silicone sponges before. Maybe to do with the fact that they're flat, you can actually hold them flat against your skin. Besides the excess blush I put on my cheeks and the non-precise brows, I'd wear this look out and I think the finish is lovely. It's left extra glow to my skin. I think these are great if you're looking for a dewy, full coverage look. These do make products slightly more full coverage because it's not picking any of it off your skin. Pleasantly surprised. Very different to use to brushes, so it will take some getting used to. I also found that they took a little bit longer, so maybe not if you're in a hurry. But definitely, I think these are great for skincare if you're trying to be hygienic with your skincare as well and you don't want to put your fingers on your face. They feel super soft, they're really nice. I really like them. I honestly wasn't sure I would, but pleasantly surprised with the finish on my skin. Yeah, these brushes, I'm not a fan of the smaller ones, only for the sense that they're not particularly precise. I don't know how well you'll be able to tell on camera, but it's not particularly thin. Not going to be able to get anything particularly precise. Potentially to smudge under eyes, I think this would work really well. For blending in eyeshadow, I didn't find this particularly good. It's just a weird shape. It's a weird, you need something a bit fluffier. This wasn't my favorite. This I didn't use correctly, so that's on me. But these three I thought were great. I loved the different sizes. I loved the way that they blended everything in. They worked really well. This one I used to blend my eyeshadow and it was really nice, so I think it will work great with powders. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. If you do want to get either of these products, I will link them down below to the TVSN website. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch. I know it's been a long time since I've made a video on my channel and hopefully it won't be too long before I make the next one. My course is going on till May, so I don't know how much free time I'm gonna have until then, but I am planning on coming back a little bit more regularly now that I've started again for 2019, and after May I will be way more regular again. So thank you for being patient, thank you for sticking around, and if you're new, I really hope you enjoyed it, and you can subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my future videos, and why wouldn't you? Thanks, bye!